Presents Weekly Weird News, our sister show to Cut to the Bull, where we bring you the weekly word of the weird as we found on the World Wide Web this week. I'm Ben, and this week I'm hanging out with Mike.
Hello.
And Pete.
Hello.
There is no Claire. She's alive. She's just not here.
We soldier on.
We do.
We sold her on.
Mike, have you gotten back into human trafficking after you promised you wouldn't?
You did promise us last year
Wow.
that was going to be your last year of it. Come
Yeah.
on.
You know my promises are empty.
Mate, you're gonna get a reputation for yourself. So this is what a lot of people in Europe and anywhere outside of America are finding weird. Is it? Trump says the world will find out how far it'll go to get Greenland. It's going to dominate in the media cycle. It's weird as fuck because it's like, well, this is America threatening to potentially attack an ally.
It's deflected from them Epstein's
It
files.
really has, because I've forgotten all about that, you know.
Yep. What did I say? I said to you in private, I said he's in the shit now, he needs a war.
Yeah.
Why would you choose Greenland?
Doesn't think Europe will...
Well, it goes back to the Monroe Doctrine of the 1820s, when basically some guy called Monroe, obviously,
No.
he said that America needed to get Greenland, Canada, and South America. Basically have the whole continent. And Trump isn't the first president to want to acquire Greenland.
Is he not?
No, he's the fourth.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He's just the
Harry
one that's
Truman
doing
was
it
the last.
in the time
Ah.
of... He's just the one doing it in the time
Offered
of...
$100 million.
media.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the
But
media.
obviously the others haven't.
threatened military action.
No, they just wanted to buy it.
And it's not been as publicised probably either.
So Trump has threatened to hit the UK and other European nations with a 10% tariffs on February the 1st unless they agree to his purchase of Greenland, which is a semi-autonomous Danish territory. When asked by a reporter how far he would go, Trump had a 3-word reply: "You'll find out." Jens Frederik Nielsen, who is I think he's the Danish Prime Minister, or certainly someone in the Danish government, told a press conference today that it was not likely there will be a military conflict, but it can't be ruled out. That's why we must be ready for all possibilities, but let's emphasise this. Greenland is part of NATO, and if there were to be an escalation, it would also have consequences for the rest of the world.
Yep, I bet nobody had Fighting America on the 2026 bingo card, did they?
No,
No, I don't think so.
no, I didn't. I feel a little bit betrayed, if I'm honest. You know, we always got raised to believe that, you know, if shit hits the fan, America's got our back. That's the way we, you know, kids of the Cold War, aren't we?
Yeah, but no, when Trump's in charge, he's only got his own back.
That's what I mean, but we were brought up with,
Yeah.
you know, hey, if them Russians do come rolling across the border, we know we're all right. We've got America. Yeah, I feel a little bit betrayed, if I'm honest. I know they're not the good guy, but they're meant to be our mate.
Yeah.
We followed them into Iraq, didn't we? Afghanistan.
So did the Danes. You know, so did NATO.
Yeah.
We triggered Article 5 and went to war for them.
Illegally.
I don't think it'll end in tears. I think it'll end peacefully. America will end up doing some kind of deal where they don't buy it. They'll just be allowed to put bases on it,
Well, they're already allowed to do that.
or
Yeah.
more bases.
They're allowed to put on as many as they like.
Or they'll be allowed.
They made an agreement in
they'll allow
1951.
them to dig for some of the.
It's
resources.
the oil resources, isn't it?
They'll allow them to dig for some of the resources.
That's why they want it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's going to get it at some way, one way or another. He'll get it. Of course he will, because nobody wants to have that world war, because that's what it will be.
Yeah, but if you let him have Greenland,
Where's it
What's
stop?
next?
That's what I mean. No one's going to. It's not going to happen. He's not going to. He's not going to have Greenland, but they'll come to an agreement Because it's not going to come to a world war over Greenland.
Why not?
Because Trump's not that stupid.
Isn't he?
Well...
Reckless.
Well,
he's a lot of fucking hot air, Trump is.
yeah, and this is a great distraction.
People seem to forget that. People seem to forget that.
He
He is
does
a lot of hot air, and that's all he fucking is.
They do call him the taco, don't they?
The taco?
Yeah. Trump always chickens out.
Oh.
Well, he's just hot air. He makes these big threats because most people are like, oh my God, America. Well, he thinks most people are like, oh my God, the American, that's the superpower of the world. Like, whereas most other countries don't actually think that way. Most other countries think, yes, you might have lots of money and resources, but that's all you've fucking got. You haven't got any respect from the rest of the world.
No, but they've
as
got a
far
lot
as
of
that.
aircraft, a lot of fucking soldiers, a lot of planes.
I think you'll find NATO
lot of
has a lot
boats.
more. And NATO has a hell of a lot more
America's
than
got
America.
the biggest army in the world, hasn't it?
Yeah, you could take. Let's be conservative because you can't leave the Eastern Front undefended. So you're gonna have to have Britain, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Denmark, Norway, Sweden.
I think America's got a bigger army than all us put together.
I mean, it's that kill switch. They've all bought F-35s or F-14s or F-15s from America, and as soon as they're in the air, they'll flick that switch, all the software will go off, and the planes will fall at
But
the
you
fucking
have to
sky.
remember one simple thing. Their army's only as good as their army, and they're thick as fucking pig shit.
A lot of our listeners are American, Pete. We love them.
I'm sorry, I've worked with the American Army, I've worked with the American Navy. They are, compared to us, they are thick as pig shit. Like, they get all of their training from us for a fucking reason. But it has to be watered down for them because they can't do it quite how we do because they're just not... They're not capable.
Well, I'll hand it to
That's
him on
a
the
fact.
I'll hand it to him on the Venezuela thing. They did that very well. 30 minutes in and out.
Of course, because they're picking on a fucking third world country that has nothing to fucking defend themselves with, realistically, in comparison.
Old
in
Russian
any way,
air
shape
defences.
or form. What would they do? It's like us going and fucking taking fucking, I don't know, some little fucking African village that nobody's ever heard of. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, we did that. Really fucking clean. We didn't lose a single soldier. Yeah, because all they had was fucking bow and arrows and...
Sharpened bits of fruit.
You come in with tanks.
The pygmies of Umboto Gorge.
Yeah, it was a particularly nasty piece of sharpened watermelon, though, wasn't it? Yeah, one guy had.
No, I say this. I do say this in jest because we are a comedy show. So what I am saying, it is all said with my tongue in my cheek, but at the same time there is a bit of truth to it.
As long as it's not in my cheek, I don't mind.
Which cheek?
That's what I mean.
Oh, God.
During a press conference today, and this is today as we record, Trump also questioned whether NATO would ever come to the rescue of the United States, despite the fact they already have. Not after 9/11, Article 5 got triggered, we all got dragged into that war on terror for 20 years. I did more for NATO than any other person, alive or dead. Nobody's done that for NATO, and I think for the most part, they'll tell you that. I don't think they will.
I think not.
I don't think they will. The big fear I have with NATO is we spend tremendous amounts of money with NATO. I know we'll come to their rescue, but I just really do question whether or not they'll come to ours. Just asking, just saying, right? Oh, no, I think you'll find that we've already done it. You know? That's his thing, though. Oh, we spend more than them. Yeah, because you fucking choose to.
Again, though, hot air.
Yeah.
He always, in his last fucking term, he did it. All he did was blow hot air, made all these promises, all these fucking threats. It never came to fruition on 90% of them. And
Well, yes, he never did clean that swamp, did he?
he never did build the wall either, did he?
No, he built some of it.
Yeah, some of it.
But
It's
then it
like me
crumbled.
saying, I'm going to build a castle. I laid 3 bricks 4 years ago. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'm going to build a castle.
Oh, is that like Mike's Jedi training?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He watched Star Wars.
Never made it past the first question in the book.
But I don't.
Some more of a Jedi than you.
I don't dislike Trump. I don't dislike Trump. I've always quite liked him because I think he's quite. Say it as it is.
He does have
Say
valid
it as it is. He's the biggest
But-
fucking liar on the planet.
But I do think in recent times, him saying it as it is isn't as it is. It's as he thinks it is. Does that make sense?
He's suggesting he might have a medical condition.
He's getting on a bit.
It's a valid point. A lot of people would argue that he does have a medical condition.
It's
Well, he's
not
got bone
quite.
spurs, hasn't he?
It's
Well,
a little bit
obviously
like-
he's got bone spurs.
It's a little bit like Tourette's, isn't it? But he just shouts out bullshit like, come on, look at the fucking tweets the man puts out. This
It's
is the
unhinged,
president of the United States. He acts
Yeah.
like a fucking child.
This is, I mean, you see that obviously they've got the World Cup, haven't they,
Yeah.
this year? And he's on about like not allowing the Iranians have actually made it the World Cup. And he's like, well, they're not coming in.
Oh, I think a lot of people, a lot of countries might boycott it if this continues.
Does that mean we might win?
Nah, because Brazil still go, won't they? So
Oh,
next
maybe,
door, aren't
yeah,
they?
yeah.
So.
Yeah. Just be
Damn it!
It'd just be England and Brazil. Because the FA had never boycott the World Cup. This country would just flip on its fucking head. Unless we all had a World Cup without
Well, if
America
we're at
and put it in
war with
England.
them,
Well, we'd have to postpone
we're
it then.
fighting in Greenland.
Yeah. There was a thing I read today. It was apparently it was a disgrace that the Royal Navy had pulled its last ship, its a combat ship in the Middle East. It was the only one they had there. And it's like, well, I think they might be needed up north a bit more at the moment than the Middle East.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we haven't got a Middle Eastern presence, so I think we need our presence somewhere else.
Well, let's just hope that it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's sort out a fucking peaceful deal. If he wants the oil that fucking much, because we all know that's what it's about, because he loves his oil, just fucking let him have it.
Well, I disagree. It's up to the Greenlanders, isn't it? I'm for self-determination.
You're either going to cause a world war.
Well, it's the same with Poland, isn't it? Should we
Oh.
let Hitler have Poland?
We were the only country in World War II that went to war to stop another country being invaded, or because another country was invaded.
This is the thing, what I'm saying is, we need to not make sure that it doesn't end up in a fucking world war.
Well, yeah, we need diplomacy. Yeah.
So the only,
It doesn't mean
the only
doesn't
way.
mean just giving in to his demands, does it?
No, but I'm not saying.
You said give him Greenland. He did
Yeah,
say
give
that.
him the oil.
Let him have the oil, whether you fucking buy it or whatever. I'm not saying let him have it, like, but one way or another, there needs to come some diplomatic solution, and the only way I could see any diplomatic solution on that would be give him the oil, because that's all he's after. He's not going to want anything else from them,
But why should he? Why should he have it?
because no one else is going to have it. It's going to sit there for the rest of eternity.
Well, that's
doing
probably not a bad
nothing.
thing, is it?
It's just
Yeah, but why use it if it's there?
if they
Well, I'm on about climate change and the fucking.
that's another debate for a different time.
Believe in that though.
That's a
doesn't it?
different debate for a different
Yeah.
time. I think the problem is, I get where you're coming from. Give him a deal, let him have it, but it's got to be advantageous to both sides, which it won't be if it's a deal with Trump, because it's America first.
Well, yeah.
But secondly, it's almost a bit much like, it's like appeasement, in it. It's like we did with Hitler. Oh, you want the Czech Republic back? Oh, all right. You want Austria back? Oh, all right. Oh, you want the Sudetenland back? Oh, all right. And
Isn't
before
that
you know
basically
it,
what's happening at the minute with fucking Putin?
well, this is another thing, isn't
It's
it?
happening at the minute
Yeah.
anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what do? We stand up to him, don't we?
But
Well, no, because they're basically saying he can have fucking Damascus and shit like that, all the stuff that he's overtaken. They're going to let him have.
The Donbass.
Yeah,
Donbass, yeah.
Donbass region, not Damascus. That's fucking.
although they did
that's
invade
in
Syria.
Syria.
Yeah, that was it.
They did
Yeah,
invade
yeah,
Syria,
you're right.
didn't they, a while back, a few years ago?
Didn't
Just
work
help
out,
out.
though.
Didn't work out for them.
Didn't work out
They
very well.
realised that they weren't a very effective peacekeeping force. Well, it's still interesting times,
You can say that.
you know. The British government,
Damascus. I knew it was a D.
British government saying that conscription and people that have served or could potentially get called up to age 65.
Nah, bollocks.
You
Fucking
too.
bollocks.
They ain't going to be doing a lot at 65, but I'm guessing that, you know. And then again, saying that, if you were like a shit-hot logistics bloke, and your brain's still working, you're still know logistics, wouldn't you? Stick you in a
drive
uniform
a truck or whatever.
still stick you in a uniform and stick you in a truck or in a warehouse, can't they? You know,
Drive a tank even.
man the anti-aircraft missiles. You know, look out for planes with binoculars, whatever. I guess we'll go back to World War Two.
Dad's army, basically.
Us lot will be in Dad's army, but he'll just be Private Mike. Don't tell him your name, Mike.
Wouldn't let me in, flat feet. Was flat feet, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah. Oh well.
Pete'll definitely be the one that. What's his name? Don't panic, Mr. Mannering.
Jones. They don't like it up 'em.
Don't panic.
Oh man. Oh well.
You saying I'm old?
Well, we're all old.
Oh well. We'll soon find out, I suppose.
Yep.
If the siren. Oh no, we haven't even got sirens anymore.
Haven't we?
No. It's come all down in the 80s.
We've just got our phones now, haven't we?
Yeah.
With that
Although,
crazy siren on it.
saying that, if the siren did go off in the early hours of the morning,
It'd be ignored by
I ain't getting up.
90% of people.
It starts going off at 4:30. Mate, someone crashed through my garden wall Friday morning, early hours of Friday morning. I heard a thud, right? I was off work that day.
Just turned back over and cracked on.
I thought, someone must have just hit somebody on the road outside. Couldn't hear any car horns going, couldn't hear anyone shouting for help or getting a call an ambulance. I just thought, oh, fuck, I'm going to sleep. Right? Turns out, someone had literally crashed through the wall of my front garden and then just fucked off. But me and my housemate, we were at opposite ends of the house, and he's like, what time do you think it happened? He goes, I think it happened about 4. And I was like, it was definitely between sort of the 4 and 6 mark, because it was fucking dark outside, I don't know that much.
Like, someone on the way home at early hours
Maybe.
in the morning.
And then I spoke to the neighbour, and he's like, oh yeah, it was a bit fucking like 7:30 when it happened.
Oh?
I was like, oh right, well surely the road was quite busy at that point.
No.
But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If that siren went off at 4:30 in the morning, I'm turning over. Oh, what the fuck am I going to do at this point? Am I going to go outside and fill sandbags with fucking soil from the garden for the 4 to 6 minutes I've got? Or am I just going to turn over and go back to sleep? You know, what are you going to do?
Shit myself.
Oh, I've just put new bedding on, so
I
I ain't doing that.
Try and make it.
It
to
says
see
is-
my kids.
What, missile incoming?
Missile incoming, I'm probably having
World
a
War
wank.
III starting.
I'm probably having a wank. Missile incoming, take shelter, I'm having a wank.
But I just try and get to my kids to be with them. Try and find somewhere to hide with them.
In 4 to 6 minutes.
I ain't going to be asked about the speed limit, so I'd get there in time.
Maybe less if it's a submarine launched ballistic missile. It could be a minute and a half. You know, you ain't getting your trousers on and getting out the front door, are you?
You know, this is a very light-hearted show.
It is, yeah. Well, I tried to cheer up. I said I'd have a wank. So, what have we got next then?
Okay, next up, almost everyone believes aliens do exist, but most are too embarrassed to admit it.
I'll admit
Are
it
they?
freely.
I don't think I've ever come up against anybody that's been embarrassed to admit that they believe in aliens. Most people with half a brain cell in their head believes that we're not the only fucking intelligent life in the universe. So,
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that's embarrassed. The only people I would imagine would be embarrassed would be, like, religious people.
Scientists.
Yeah, maybe. Well, no, because if you're a scientist, again, you've got that academic mind, the lateral thinking. Anybody with half a brain.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stigma, isn't there?
30, 40 years ago, maybe. But I wouldn't.
Not so much
I wouldn't
now,
say
it's getting
now.
better, but still there, isn't it?
But I would say that would be a very American kind of article, that.
That's the Daily Star.
Well, doesn't mean anything nowadays, does it?
No.
Let's face it. But no, because obviously in America there's a lot of Bible, you got the Bible Belt, and there's a lot of people that are truly like, God created man, God created Earth in 7 days and all that bullshit. So to believe in an alien completely takes away any of that.
Well, it doesn't, according to the Pope.
A lot of the Pope's
But
down
again,
for
that's
aliens.
very recent though.
No,
This is
but-
very recent.
But
isn't
the
it?
Old popes as well.
but a lot of the biblical people will tell you that aliens aren't aliens; they're demons. That's how they get around it.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think, again, that would be them embarrassed to say that it's an alien. It's
Yeah.
a demon. I think that's maybe a big part of that.
Well, Louis Elizondo said in his book that he had people saying to him, like, politicians going, "Oh yeah, great work you're doing, keep it up, you know, find out the truth," and then people going, "You need to stay away from this. You're hunting demons." And he's like, he couldn't believe it that people were like, "These aren't extraterrestrials. These are fucking demons." It's like, then again, they could be. Who knows?
Well, yeah.
Or what
Yeah,
we
we don't
consider
know
to be
if
demons.
yeah.
I mean, them things at Miami Mall were pretty fucking demonic. If the footage is to be believed.
I don't think it is, but
Well, you would say that.
well, I'm on the fence technically.
Yeah.
University eggheads have revealed 95% of us believe in ETs, but most are too embarrassed to admit it.
You can tell it's a Daily Star, they're eggheads.
Yeah.
The research found that even academics, doctors and scientists reckon there is life in galaxies far away.
Oh, yeah, there is.
When was this article written? 1985.
Yeah.
This is like, come on, Daily Star. You're well behind the times if this is how you're talking.
Brainiacs from Harvard University in the
God.
US and Reichman University in Israel quizzed 6,114 highly educated folk.
Hold on, can I just prove my point there? So we've got America and Israel. Is Israel quite a religious place?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, this is where the embarrassment comes. If they came to and did a survey in the UK, I reckon it would be the other way round. I reckon 95% of people would be like, yeah, of course there's aliens. Not
Well-
seen one, but I'm sure they exist.
They quiz people in the UK.
Yeah.
UK, US, Spain and Canada.
I'm going to say that Reichman's a weird name for an Israeli university. Reichman. Third Reich.
Ah, yeah.
You know, just going to throw that out there.
So the study found 95% are believers, while 1%, only 1%, reckon Little Green Men are fantasy.
I bet that was Neil deGrasse Tyson.
However, the group estimated that less than half, that's 48% of their peers, would be willing to share their belief publicly.
So they believe, but they just won't admit it.
But then this was specifically with highly educated people.
Who probably know the truth. They're probably they might be aliens anyway. Might be like they live. Well, I guess that makes sense. If you wouldn't want to be ridiculed by your peers.
Yeah, I just think it's a bit past the times that now. We're past all that shit. We're the open age, aren't we? The open-minded age now. I
Well,
think.
clearly not.
Well, if that study's
It
doing
depends who you're asking, innit? If you're asking fucking 80-year-old professors, then yeah.
they'll be like, "Yeah, I was on Blue Book.
But
I saw the bodies, man."
They're just asking the wrong people.
Kelly Hopkinsville was real.
It's a conversation I've had with probably every single person I've ever known on a personal level throughout my life. And even some that I haven't. You know what I mean? You're just in groups of people, you're all chatting about random shit. It's something I've always been very interested about. And yeah, I don't know, I don't think I've ever come across a single person that's embarrassed to admit they think aliens
But they wouldn't
exist.
Don't
admit
ask her
it,
on a
would
date,
they?
for the love of God.
they'd just say no, wouldn't they?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever come across anybody that doesn't believe they exist.
Or maybe you've never come across anybody who's half intelligent, maybe.
He's hanging out with me and you.
Exactly.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Don't ask her on a date. Excuse me. What do you think of the Eisenhower meeting with the Greys in 1954? That doesn't go. That's
But here, right. So
One day I'll find the one that says, "Well, I think he did it."
I'm just going to say one thing here. So the headline itself is bullshit anyway, because it says almost everyone believes in aliens. exist, yeah? So that's the 95%, because they said that.
Mm-hmm.
But most are too embarrassed to admit it. That's bullshit, because it said 48% of those that admitted it. So that's less than half of the 95%. So that's not most, is it? That's less than half of the people are too embarrassed. So the headline itself, bullshit, because it contradicts what it's saying.
It's over half of 95, isn't it?
Well, no,
Just
it says 95% of the people believe,
Yeah.
and 48% of those are too embarrassed to admit it. So it's less than half of that 95% of people they asked. Just under half. So it's not most, is it? Most would be like 80% of them. But it was 48%, so it's less than half of those 95. So they ask 100 people, 95 of them said, yeah, I believe, but I wouldn't tell anybody, really, because I'd get laughed at. So that equates to about 46%, 46 people out of the 100.
Yeah.
So that isn't most, is it?
Well, I'll tell anyone. No,
Well, it's not like the Daily Star to missing
I
people in the
know,
headlines,
is
is
it?
the finest investigative reporting on the planet. Well,
But it's interesting if they're asking highly educated people and still 95% of them are saying they believe in aliens.
because they fucking know.
But just under half of them won't admit it to anybody
That's it.
freely.
They're the ones
But
that
yet
take.
they admitted it. So how does that work?
No, because the ones that are saying, yeah, I wouldn't tell anybody, they're on the government payroll.
Or
Shills,
was it,
they're all
or-
shills.
Or was it they were like, yes, I believe, but I can't tell you anymore, or I'll have to kill you.
Yes.
Maybe that's
Shills.
what it was.
They're all taking the money. Someone give me some money. Right, last one then.
So, Bank of England have issued warnings following potential confirmation of alien life. Why has the Bank of England made warnings about that? So, the UK must prepare for the worst if the US confirms alien life, says expert.
This is a bit weird, isn't it? Because it's like, why is the Bank of England having an alien plan about finances and economics, and why is it that the US confirms alien life? Why not China? Why not India? Why not France? Why not Germany? Why the US?
Well, I guess it's because of the recent, people speaking out about it, like crushing everybody in it.
So it's the market crash that is what they're afraid of. So back in November last year, an alien-focused documentary titled The Age of Disclosure was released on Prime Video, featuring a senior US government official. It focused on the belief that the existence of alien life had been covered up by the US government for decades.
Obviously.
Which is a claim often dismissed. So, however, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who is one of the highest ranking members of the current government, was interviewed in the documentary. Rubio, known to be a Donald Trump ally, claimed that the UFOs had been flying above restricted nuclear facilities. He could be heard saying, "We've had repeated incidences of something operating in the airspace over restricted nuclear facilities, and it's not ours." That was a direct quote, apparently.
Yeah.
Rubio further claimed that presidents have been operating a need-to-know basis when it comes to this knowledge, and guess what? We don't need to know. So the former Bank of England expert claimed that the UK must plan for potential financial crisis, which could be triggered if the US confirm that alien exists.
I suppose it would be, there'd be panic, wouldn't there?
Is that ensuing the panic that it's going to create? Is it?
Do you think? I mean, I suppose it depends, innit? I mean, if they announced that aliens are real tomorrow, the likes of me and us lot, I just go, fucking knew it. You know. But for a lot of people who don't think about this shite, who don't think about this, it would shatter their minds. Yeah. I mean, especially if you're religious, like you touched on earlier. If you all of a sudden there's an alien fucking species coming down, and you go, what? They might have been God. Especially if they turn up and go, No, we created you for a fucking joke years ago, a few 100 million years ago.
We dropped some of our criminals off on the planet like you did with that Australia place.
Where's L. Ron Hubbard gone? He was the only enlightened one amongst you all.
We told him all of our secrets.
Yeah, we told him
Did we
everything.
Not share it with you. You know, that big volcano, the big fucking spacecrafts. Yeah, come on.
That you were all Xenu all along.
I don't think there would be mass panic.
I
Especially
don't
if
think there would so
95%
much now.
of people believe anyway.
Yeah.
And we've had every movie can prepare us for every outcome.
This is soft disclosure, I reckon.
Maybe.
There's been a lot
Predictive
of that over the
programming, yeah.
years. I do think that 30, 40 years ago, yes, there would have been a lot more panic. 70, 80 years ago, there would have been the world would have ended because...
Oh, fucking hell, look at the War of the Worlds
the War
broadcast.
of the World prank.
Yeah.
The War of the Worlds
Orson
prank.
Welles, wasn't it? Yeah.
When they aired that live as if it was a news report, the panic that created...
Oh, God, yeah.
And in such a short space of time...
Hours?
That was very quickly quashed, luckily. But even the panic that created was quite fucking big, wasn't it?
It was literally I think it was like a 3-hour show, and for the second half of it, they had to put out announcements every 5 minutes or so that this was actually just a play.
Just a show, yeah.
Yeah, but for the first hour and a half, it was just people were fucking shooting water towers because they thought they were Martian tripods, and there was looting and fucking panic and refugees trying to flee areas, and you're like, oh my God.
To be fair, that was an alien invasion, wasn't it?
It depends how they come. doesn't it? If it's NASA sees a ship and goes, all right, it's time to tell everybody. There's a mothership coming into fucking past Mars. And we go, all
attack
right.
formation.
Maybe not an attack formation, just that. And they break the news from, okay, we've just, we know there's something out there.
We've been talking to the Nords for years.
Yeah. Or they release that, oh yeah, Eisenhower met the Greys, and we turned down the Nordics, although they won't tell us that, because, cure for cancer, keep nuclear weapons. Oh, which one's it going to be? But if they Independence Day it, start hovering above all the major cities, looking threatening.
Then it's time to panic.
Then it's time to panic, innit?
Yeah.
I think the elites will panic.
Well, yes. I mean, that's because it's, if they do turn up and we're like, here's join the Federation, here's infinite technology from around the cosmos, just get rid of your system you've got now, what other people want? Here's replicators.
Not this fucking system, I hope.
Yeah. Here's replicators. You can donate your time to leisure.
Free energy.
Free energy. You don't need to buy food. Everything's provided. You can spend your time wherever you want.
Just have to jettison these greedy psychopaths that have gained power.
They'd be gone instantly.
Of course, that's what the majority of people... Some people would say no.
I'd be running to London.
Some people would say no. They're too, hardwired into it. It's like the Matrix, isn't it? They don't want to leave it.
I'd just be like, just take me with you then. I'll just come and live on I'll come and live on our ship Enterprise, no problem.
I'll join the Federation. I'm not wearing that red shirt though.
I want one of the blue ones. Thanks.
Yeah. Just weird how there's could be a financial crash.
Again, I think it depends on whether they're going to be, violent or not, isn't it? Or it's an invasion or not. If it is, then they will collapse, won't they?
Well, if it's an invasion, then the financial systems are going to collapse, aren't they? I suppose. Oh well. God, Greenland, aliens. Oh. How many people are we gonna have to bayonet, lads?
As many as it takes.
No, it won't come to that, I'm sure. Might be aliens.
I don't fancy fighting in an alien war. I don't know about you.
I want to punch an alien in the face and say, welcome to Earth. It's one of my life's ambitions since 1996. Am I the only one?
No.
See?
I will piss on them as well, though.
Oh, I'm not looking that far.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not putting some weird sexual aspect to it. I just want to punch it in the face and say, welcome to Earth.
Oh, I'll knock them out and then piss on them. That's my thoughts. Then say welcome to Earth.
Is that why you're banned from Tinder?
Yeah, a little bit. I'd have to include bitch at the end though. Welcome to Earth, bitch. Just because Will Smith should have said that.
Yeah, but you got to keep that 12 rating.
Yeah.
haven't you?
Well, she explains that UAP disclosure is likely to induce ontological shock and provoke psychological responses with material consequences. There might be extreme price volatility in financial markets due to catastrophizing or euphoria, and a collapse in confidence if market participants feel uncertain on how to price assets using any of the familiar methods.
Problem is, people are just going to panic buy as well. So, people will be charging stupid amounts for silly little commodities. And that in itself will start to cause a financial crash. Because you look at like Africa and places like that where people will literally fucking walking down the road with wheelbarrows full of money to go buy a couple of loaves of bread and a pint of milk. Because the economy had crashed so fucking hard, the money was worthless. And instead of getting $5, they were getting $50 million.
Well, at that point, I'm just looting. If I've got to take a wheelbarrow full of money down the shop, I'm just going to start looting. You know, what are they going to do? The aliens coming, mate. You hear all that toilet paper?
To be fair, the market is going to be our last fucking thought, isn't it?
Yeah, that's also another point, isn't it? I'm not going to be thinking of the stock market when I'm trying to fire a laser gun at aliens.
Yeah. I think the Bank of England got their priorities all mixed up, haven't they, really? Nobody gives a fuck about money in that situation, so...
Oh, well, shotguns and water.
Bottle caps. Bottle caps for currency.
Yeah.
That's it, innit? Been saving mine for about 10 years. I'll be fucking millionaire, mate. Don't you worry.
I've been saving me carrier bags.
Oh, carrier bags and bottle tops, mate.
Yeah.
I've got fucking... I'm a millionaire.
Oh, can't wait. As long as I don't turn into a ghoul. Yes, well, I think that concludes this week's Weird News. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Ben. Don't drink the flavour aid. Don't join a cult.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out there. Look forward to being with you.
And I've been Pete. Don't panic if the aliens come in. Just join in with them. Love them. And I'm sure they'll love us back.
Don't panic, Mr. Mannering.
Don't panic, Mr. Mannering.